All right. Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time means another episode of Spontaneity. What are you doing?
This is my promo face. While you talk, I go.
I know, but what does this mean?
I don't know.
I don't either. I figured you had something to go with that. So anyway, you are here with Stacey and Maria. This is Spontaneity with Stacey and Maria. I know, pretty unique name there, but I really want to welcome you to the show, first of all, because we like to have a good time here, but we also like to talk about lots of things going on, and it ends up being like a therapy session, I feel.
Yeah, that's exactly
what it is. You feel like that?
I do, because I feel better after our talk.
I know. So. I feel like I'm like my goal with this is like, I want it to be just like laid back and fun and just like sitting having drinks with the girls, which tonight I'm drinking kombucha, but whatever.
Me too.
Are you drinking kombucha?
Holy crap. That's awesome. Cheers.
Woo! We didn't even plan. Spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
This is all about spontaneity right here.
Hey.
Yeah. So anyway, sitting back, drinking some with the girls and just talking about life. And that's the thing about life is sometimes it is going to be like a therapy session because you're working through your junk. Sometimes you want to talk about something cool you found or heard or read or watched or whatever. I know you had something to share with us, Blast from the Past, as you were finding your chapstick. You found a bunch of treasures.
I used to hoard chapstick. So yeah. I had a box. Yeah, I had a whole box because I always needed chapstick. And I can't tell you when I bought
maybe
it.
we could get sponsored one day by Burt's Bees.
Burt's Bees.
Natural. Bee friendly.
It's not even the flavored one, son.
Sustainability. Okay.
I love it. So I found it, and I did find the chapstick, but I also found my Game Boy Advance. It still turns on, by the way.
Good job.
Okay.
How old is that?
Game in Jesus. It has a copyright of 2000. Okay.
I feel like that was like 2 years ago.
It feels like it. I'm
one of those people where it's like 2000. That wasn't long ago. Wait a minute. That was 21 years ago. Dang, I'm old.
Oh my God. You just put that in perspective for me.
I do it a lot because people will be like, my gosh, that's from 2003. I'm like, yeah, 2003. So what? And I'm like, wait a minute. That was a long time ago.
That's a damn long time ago.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
What's that? What is that?
This is a Game Boy Micro. I
still have one of my kids having that.
I have I have Pokemon all over the place. And then I got my PlayStation Portable. This one has a copyright of where the hell is it?
I don't know. Never had one of those.
It doesn't show it on here. Usually all of them have a date. I don't know. And I don't have time to look at it right now. And then I found all these cartridges. So, my brother gave me like these. Wait. Mirror image sucks. All right, this one. Nope. Whatever. And then I have this. I used to play this all the time. This was like my first.
Pokemon's your jam?
What?
You and my 11-year-old would get along because he knows all of them. And not only does he know all of them.
Get along with a child. No adult.
That's all right. Well, I mean, you get along with me. I'm an adult, technically, legally. So I'm like,
get along.
Yeah. So, but anyway, he likes Pokemon. I do not like Pokemon.
Why?
I don't know. They're weird. They're weird. And I've also had
original.
But I've had to hear about them. Actually, my whole life, because my youngest brother is 10 years younger than me, and he liked them too.
Oh my God.
And then my kids liked them.
Mm-hmm.
And so my 19-year-old son loved them, and I thought I was out of that. And then, like, now the 11-year-old and the 8-year-old love them, and even the 4-year-old, where she's listening to them talk about love them. I'm not into Charmander and all the crap.
Come on.
I don't even know.
I always started off Pokemon playing with Charmander. It was 3 Pokemon I think you could start with. It was Charmander, Squirtle, and wait, there was a fire type, water type. Wasn't an electric type? I don't know if it was Pikachu. I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway, yeah, they love them, and even to the point now that they draw their own versions.
That's awesome.
And they make their own cards. And Cade's the one that's autistic, and he when he gets obsessed with something, he's like, that's like an autism trait. Is like when they love something, they love something.
Everything needs to be that
everything.
Big.
Yeah. So That's one of the reasons I was like, no, I don't like Pokemon. And then we got Pokemon Go, and I'm like about getting like run over by cars so I can run out and catch their freaking Pokemon. God. They're like, catch it! I'm like, I tried it!
You're like trying to fling them. You're like,
I know. It's kind of like, oh my, it's so much pressure. And I don't want them doing it because there was like traffic. And I feel like it's a safety issue. Like they should really figure out where they're putting these things, in my opinion, but whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, no, I'm not the biggest fan. They also really love anime. Like love anime.
Anime's dope.
I think it's also kind of weird. Like I think
it's very weird, but it's dope.
It's kind of weird. And
you just gotta embrace it, Maria.
I don't know. I finally embraced a game. I have that one game on my phone that they had me download, and I actually like it.
Call of Duty?
Yeah, I was surprised because I don't like shooty things usually.
It doesn't look that bad on the game though.
No, on the phone it's fine. I'm actually hold on, what level am I now?
Oh Jesus, I'm gonna fire mine up too to see what level I am because I barely played. I remember you sent me the link and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I've played like a bit now because me and Chad will play because we're losers like that.
That's actually really cute.
Well, I guess we're loserish.
Beth is like.
So Beth is like y'all weird. So me and Chad will sit in the bedroom at night and we'll both play Call of Duty and we'll eat goat cheese with pecan crackers and olives and we drink wine and we play Call of Duty because that's what marriage really is.
That's actually really cute and weird. Yeah, it's cute weird. And weird.
Time
is quality time.
Oh, I thought you were going to show me something. Yeah, I know. That's what I say. So I am level 104 now.
I have not played that much. It's still loading on my thing here.
I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm in Amish country. Why is yours still loading?
It's McMahon.
Hey, look at my skin. I have this skin now.
Oh my God, you're like
Mick, do you play Call of Duty?
You're like too legit to quit, Maria.
Too legit.
Mine is still loading.
Too legit to quit. Hey. Too legit. Too legit to quit.
Is that a real song?
You don't remember that?
No.
I'm older than you. I always forget that.
But not by much.
But by apparently enough. I mean, I remember doing that at like prom, I think.
You gotta understand, I lived under a rock.
You did live under a rock.
Quite some time.
We could play Call of Duty. Are you on here?
Wait, it's still downloading. This is
what the heck?
It's kind of like PlayStation where you haven't played in a while.
Beth says she's on Candy Crush.
Yo, I remember when Candy Crush came out.
I've never played it.
Candy Crush, and I'm like, no,
I've never played it.
Not connecting colors.
I liked. No, I never played that. I used to play Tetris every once in a while. I always liked Pac-Man, Tetris.
Natasha would play. Wait, isn't Natasha would play Tetris?
Scrabble. I love Scrabble.
I'm a level 2.
Oh, girl, you need to work on that a little
Look,
bit
it's still telling me what to do. It's like, tap, load out.
It's like push the button.
It's like, could you figure this out? Okay.
What's your name?
Hold on, I gotta go back. It's telling me.
Is it really embarrassing? I hope it's really embarrassing.
No, it's not. It's like, hold on. It's
some of these names on here are funny. Have you read some of them? I die laughing over their names sometimes.
It's telling me to do things. I don't like when it tells me what to do.
They're like, you're not in charge of me!
Yeah, it's like, you don't own me. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, my name is Chaotic Pod Mob.
Of course it is.
I have some name change cards. I've been thinking about changing it, but I didn't yet.
I want to get out of this.
I didn't know. I was under a lot of pressure to pick a name. And it was like, I was under a lot of pressure to pick a name. So I have it, and the kids are wanting to play, and I'm trying to pick a name because you have to sign up with a name. And I'm like, I don't know what to pick. And then I've talked to you about my problems with committing to something like that. It's like, I don't want to pick the wrong thing. So I was like, well, I'll just pick the podcast, I guess. And then my 19-year-old's like, you get name change cards. You can change your name at any time. And so I was like, good, sold. I can do that. And so I have 10 name change cards that I can use at any point.
Oh, wow. You probably earned them.
I did.
I did. My name is Theory PWR.
Theory PWR. Let me see if I can find you. Theory PWR. I don't know how to find you.
It's supposed to stand for theory power. Okay. That's my name on Peloton too. It's Theory Power, but it's power spelled out. I don't know how All right. Hold on. Everything's so weird. So
What's
tell us
weird?
about your walk, your totally rad 5K.
So yeah, I'm still trying to find you. Theory, hold on, and I'll tell you. I can't do theory. Theory what? I already forgot.
PWR.
All right, let's see if it finds you.
You want me to spell it for you?
Oh, yeah, there he is.
New friend request. Friends.
Yes, we're friends.
Requests. Chaotic pod mom. Accepted.
Mob. It's mob. Thank you very much. I was trying to sound cool. I was like, let's take something lame and let's make it cool with mob.
I get
Where's
it.
the mob? I'm mobbing it.
Got
it. So anyway, so that's where we are. But anyway, the 5K actually went really, really well. It was frigid. It was frigid outside, but everything went well. We're still taking donations until the 30th, so we'll fully close it out the 30th. But went well, and little Jad got a medal, and I'm going to post some pictures and stuff when we close out.
Yeah,
he was so
definitely
cute.
Want to see the pictures.
He was so cute. He was so cute. But yeah, so if you're interested in donating to the Totally Rad 5K Walk for Autism and Jad's family to be able to get him the AAC device, then feel free to reach out and I will connect you with all the things. So
you want to drop a link in the comments?
I will drop a link in the comments. I don't know if I can get it from here.
We could send our listeners there if they want to support.
I'll have to, I may have to do it when I go back over to my office because I don't think I have the login. I'm in my studio right now. I'll have to walk over to my office.
Okay. Do you want the Facebook link?
Yeah, you can stick it if you've got access to it. I don't have any of that stuff logged in on this computer. So now I can kick your butt in Battle Royale or multiplayer, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, you probably...
I like winning.
I realize.
I lose okay.
Others.
Right. My husband's a sore loser. I make fun of him.
I sent text message. I don't know if text message is viable for you.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll just put it on there later because I'm on the computer. So I'll put it on there. We'll put the link on later.
Okay.
We do it later.
Redirecting.
Redirecting. So, other than being level 2 on Call of Duty, and you need some work, just follow the tutorials.
It's really annoying. It keeps telling me, like, click this, click that. Like, let me figure it out. God.
Well, here, I'll invite you to a game.
Oh, my God. This is scary, Maria.
We'll just do a quick multiplayer.
Oh, Jesus. You're scaring me. How do I... Oh, you're going to send me a link?
Yes.
Great.
I'm trying to see if you've got your stuff updated.
Oh my God, this music is like intense.
I'm trying to see what you would even be allowed to play with your level.
Probably not.
No, I mean, like, if I'm allowed to invite you with my level. Let me see. I might have to do it in a room, in a clan. Hold on. Start a clan.
Oh, I could become a samurai warrior on here?
Yeah, you can.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, so,
I don't get it.
I'm just trying to figure out if it's going to let me invite you. Did not reach the level required. You better get working so you can play with me.
How far do I need to go?
I don't know. My kids are like, go play.
All right, I will try and step my game up on here so we can.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, you do that, okay?
You follow those tutorials
It's annoying.
Miss Price.
Oh. Invite. Wait, no.
Maybe it'll let you invite me.
Yeah, definitely. You'll be like, ha, level 1.
You were level 2.
Did you get anything?
I play. My husband's level like 150 or something.
Holy crap. It says chaotic pod mob. B as in boy.
B as in boy, very important.
I don't know if you got anything.
I didn't. What does it say?
It just, I clicked on a plus sign.
It's so sad.
Wait.
Oh, here it just came in. I got it.
Yeah, there you are. Oh my God. I'm actually really nervous. I'm getting warm and it's already hotter than a witch's armpits in here.
And ready, stick, go.
All right, so I have to start. Okay. I'm actually really nervous.
Not.
So if you guys are just tuning in, we're playing Call of Duty on mobile.
Yeah. Mobile phone.
I'm really nervous, Maria.
Why?
Because I haven't. Oh my God, I could talk to you on here.
You could, but you're already talking to me on here, so it'd be weird.
Yeah, I know, but that's.
But yeah, you can. This is the pre-match, so unless you just want to run around, you don't have to.
Yeah, because we're still waiting for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we supposed to be working together? Where is everybody?
We are on the same team.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a team of 4. So this is our team. We'll be blue. The other team's red.
Yeah. Sure. I don't care what my loadout is. Whatever.
And this is a weird board. This is one of the newer boards too. I've not been on this. I think I've been on this board one time. So this is a newer board. It's a weird board. So.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm like losing. I forgot how to shoot.
Keep trying. Just keep trying.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I haven't seen anybody yet.
You gotta like.
I like to flank. Oh, there, I just seen one.
Oh.
Where'd you go?
He literally just shot me. Why don't I remember how to shoot? I thought you just tapped them.
You have to.
Wait.
You shoot.
Oh,
change and make sure you're reloading. Make sure you reload.
Yeah, I forgot how to shoot.
Ooh, I just got blown up with a grenade. But they blew me up with a grenade, but they blew themselves up with a grenade too.
Why can't I run all of a sudden?
I don't know. User error.
It says locked.
What is it? Oh, you got it locked. Slide that top part down. So if you're tuning in, Stacey and I decided to play Call of Duty Mobile. And if you ever want to play Call of Duty Mobile,
he shot me in the back.
Just let me know, because I've decided I like this game. I'm not even a gamer, and I like this game. Like, I'm not a gamer.
This jerk with this shotgun.
I hate shotguns. I don't even like using the shotgun.
Uh-oh, the drone's coming.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I don't think I've gotten one kill yet.
It'll tell us at the end what we got. I don't even pay attention while I'm playing.
Oh my God.
What? Did you get murdered?
Again.
Yeah.
Like he literally just came up behind me and just shot me. Great.
Boom.
Oh my God, I got one kill.
Good job. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's spontaneity. Deciding to play video games randomly while live, that's spontaneity.
How spontaneous is this?
It is spontaneous. But you know what? Sometimes it's good to be spontaneous.
I don't know why. It's like sometimes I can run. Oh, second kill.
Good job.
Up, low
You
ammo.
got this, boo. Reload.
Yep.
You know how to reload?
Okay. Yep. I figured that out. It's been a long time since I played this. Oh! Jesus Christ.
Ooh, myrtlate. Myrtlate!
Oh!
Ooh.
I gotta get these controls down. Oh.
I still think it's weird that we were both randomly drinking kombucha.
Yeah. Yo, it's good. You know what? Kombucha is good for it's good probiotic and it's good electrolytes.
Mm-hmm. It's delicious, dude. I love it.
Oh my God, it's amazing. So what brand of kombucha do you engage in?
Well, it depends. So I make it at home, but this is actually...
How do you make it?
I'll show you. It's easy. You just need SCOBY. I could text it SCOBY. That's what helps it. I'll show you. We'll do a show.
Sorry. Yeah, you gotta show me how to make it on my own.
Yeah.
Dang it, we got defeated.
Yeah, we did. We lost.
You know what it is? The controls. I gotta practice this.
Well, that's how you practice. You practice by playing.
Is that a euphemism for life?
Yeah.
Got it.
Practice. Teamwork makes the dream work. You can pull a lot of lessons out of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got defeated.
All right.
So,
I gotta figure this out, Maria.
You killed 5.
I did?
Yeah, you did.
Cool.
Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Virtual high five.
I leveled up. I'm a level 3 now.
Woo! Good job.
I did it all by myself. Not really.
You did it. It was great. We'll have to play again. All right. Now we can talk about some things now. We can talk about kombucha. No. I will show you how to make kombucha, though. It's super easy. But this kombucha I actually got from a friend of mine, Adam. He has a farm called Fair Ridge Farm. And I stock his kombucha here at the soon-to-be cafe, but my wellness company also carries it. So
that's awesome.
This is elderberry.
Elderberry is very good for you. It actually can prevent I believe prevent cancer, if I am right.
It does a lot of things. It's magical.
Dang, you got the most kills, Maria. 9. You're the MVP. Wicked.
Yeah.
New handshake. Successfully key on it.
Well, I think we should do this.
What?
All right. Good stuff. No, but I know one thing we were going to talk about was just, getting out of your comfort zone. Which you just got out of your comfort zone just now because you were nervous about trying to play that game because you didn't know how to play it. And what did you do?
I did it anyway.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I didn't realize it was going to sound like that until it did, and then I went with it.
It's all good.
This is spontaneity.
Close this now because I'm going to get distracted.
So, so getting out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Getting out of your comfort zone. That's important. God. You can't do anything if you don't get out of your comfort zone. Like nothing. None of the things.
None of the things. I like when you say that. All the things. None of the things.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But is it cool or terrible vocabulary?
No, I like it. It's like I want to do all the things. I want to do none of the things. Because I feel like that. You know what I felt like the other day? I wanted to do everything and nothing at all.
I have that a lot.
Like, it's like you... Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go.
No, you go first.
Fine. I was just going to say, do you ever have those moments where you want to do nothing, but then like 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 hours later, you have to do all the things right now? Yep.
All the time, Maria. Why did I
I have to get this done. Why do you have to do this right now? I don't know. I just do. You have to.
Yeah. Yep. Every morning.
Yeah. And I think that's why it's important to kind of look at, like, we were talking about this before we went live, just about scheduling.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I think we're similar in personalities we're both kind of an in-between. Like, I like a schedule. I like to know what I'm doing, what's going on, but I also don't want to be trapped in a schedule.
That's my issue. That's exactly my issue.
So I end up having to have this, it's a looser schedule most of the time, unless it's a meeting or something. But if it's something I have to do for that, it's not as bad as if it's something that, well, okay, I'll give you a good example. I work for myself.
Which is awesome.
It's awesome and awful sometimes. There's pluses and minuses, just like everything else. Just like everything else. Right. If I have a client I have to meet with, I'm going to keep that appointment. If I have a client that needs me to do something, right, I'm going to do it. But if it's just something I need to do for me, I do have to have that extra, I guess, gumption to go ahead and get it done and not to say, I'll do it later.
Because, yeah, it's like the in-person things you're going to usually keep, but the other ones where it's like, write this or post this, it's like, all right, just give me like 10 minutes. And then 10 minutes later, you're like, it's been 30 minutes. And then that's when you're screwed.
Yeah. So what do you feel is the solution for you for that?
I have to execute.
No.
And I have to actually, I did make the schedule today with my lady, Natasha, and I did make a schedule.
My lady.
My lady. So me and my lady, we made the schedule, see? But the thing is to follow it. Like, my issue is I know for me to have a great day, it usually starts with the alarm going off and me getting out of bed when the alarm goes off. But what happens is there's a snooze button that has been provided. So that is snoozed. Kind of snoozed after that.
So wait, hold on. Are you that's where we differ. Are you one of those people that snooze it 47 times?
Sometimes I just blatantly turn it off and then nothing happens.
Because that's my husband, and I've threatened murder. Because that's where we're different. Because if the alarm goes off, it goes off like half a, and I get up. Because to me, it's like, and this is what I tell him. Mm-hmm. Why set the alarm if you know that really you have 10, 15, 30 minutes later that you're going to hit that snooze button every 5 minutes for 30 minutes until by the time it's over with, you're on my hit list, like actually on my hit list. Because there's sometimes I get up before him, there's sometimes he gets up before me. It just depends on how our schedules are that day. And obviously if I'm up before him, whatever, let him do his stupidity. But if it's the other way around, I get pissed because I am a light sleeper. So as soon as it's like, meh, I'm like up. And then it gets even worse. It's like, then he's like, snoring. And he's snoring. And so I'm laying there wanting to murder him because he's snoring. And then his alarm's like, rah, rah. And he always picks the ringtone alarms. That's like the worst possible sound. Yes. It's like there's so many options on there, but the ones he chooses just angers me anyway, just the sound of them. So then it's like him snoring, me laying there already ticked off because he didn't get up with the first alarm. Then it's going off again. I hear him hit snooze. Then he goes back to snoring. And then this is like over and over until I want to hurt him. And I don't understand. So maybe you can explain this to me. Why set the alarm at all for that time if you know you don't need to get up that time?
All right, I have an answer. So I'm going to answer on behalf of all the Chads out there, all the Staceys. So our intention is to actually get up at that time. But what happens is that it's kind of like a buffer time, right? It's like, just so you know, you got a couple more minutes. But it's supposed to be a couple more minutes, but it never really becomes that. Because sometimes what happens is it's like, okay, you know what? This is your time. You can do whatever you want. But sometimes for me, I don't know about for all the Chads out there, but for me, that time I should have got out of bed because I'm just going to go back to sleep. But I stay there and I'm like, look, you can blog from your bed. Look at the life you live. You could post from your bed. You could handle your business from your bed. But then what ends up happening is I get tired again. And then I'm like, put the phone down. You got a couple more minutes. And the next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock.
I can't even imagine getting up at 10 o'clock, first of all.
It sucks. Let me tell you, getting up at 10 o'clock sucks. Because
I don't
you feel like
know
your
that
whole
I've ever
day
got
is
up at 10
gone.
o'clock.
In your entire life prior to children.
I don't think so.
Got it.
Because, and the reason is I worked. And I can remember there being times on Saturdays where I wouldn't work. But if I wasn't up, then I was getting water dumped on me to get up.
That sounds like a beautiful childhood.
That was my father. It's time to clean the house. I was the oldest, so it was guaranteed I was the one getting up. So
parenting 101. Get your bucket of water.
Yeah. So I was guaranteed to be up by. My dad was always an early riser. He was usually up 6 or 7, but I remember one time, I'm wanting to say it was 8, and I slept to 8, and he came in there with water because I didn't get up. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those things but also my anxiety always made me get up. Even in school, this sounds really terrible, but even when I was in school, my school didn't even start till 8:25. And even before I started driving, I rode the bus. I want to say I got on the bus at like 7:20 or something, but I would get up at 5. But it wasn't that I glammed up so much as it was that I was so afraid I was going to be late. I was
That's
so
actually
afraid.
A good thing, but not good. But it's good.
It's kind of.
Because you're on time.
But you're also like I've always been uber, if my kids aren't involved, I've always been uber early for everything. Like rolling in there an hour early because of my anxiety that I'm going to be late. And I'm just sitting there for like an hour. So honestly, it's not that great because it's like, what can you do with an hour? You can do a lot of things with an hour. Another thing I used to do with my sister, me and my sister have talked about this because she does this too, is I used to, if I wasn't familiar with the area, especially if it was in the city, because we've established I'm not a city girl. If it was in the city and I had to drive in the city and figure out parking in the city, I would get on the map and zoom in. And I'd plan my parking. I'd plan where I was going to park because I would get anxiety driving in the city and trying to figure out where I was going to park and what I was supposed to do. And so I'd plan all that out, and then I'd leave like a ridiculous amount of time early so I could get there, get parked, and then I'd just be sitting there forever.
Yeah, I was like that at a point in my life where I had to sit, I don't know why it kind of got there, where my social anxiety just I think it was because it was the first time I was outside of the usual school system when I went to college. And I didn't drive at the time. I was putting myself through school. I had 2 jobs, and I just remember taking the bus. And the thing with the bus is you're either really early or you're really late, because out here, the buses didn't have that many times. So I would be there for such a long time just waiting. I was sitting outside the door or in the library. It was just annoying. But let me tell you, if there was ever a time where I felt paranoid is if I knew I was going to be late for class, I just didn't go. Even if it was 5 minutes, 2 minutes, nope, not going.
Because you were afraid.
There's no assigned seats in there, back in the day. There's no assigned seats. That means you have to sit wherever they put you. I do not like to sit with anyone behind me. So I always sat all the way to the left with my back to the wall. The door had to be on that side. Or depending on how the classroom was, I sat all the way in the back. I don't want nobody behind me. Yeah. I want to be able to stretch and put my arm over the chair and everything. I don't want anybody behind me.
How you doing?
It's hey. Stop.
Was you hitting on people?
Absolutely not. I didn't have. I built my. I had to build my confidence. I literally at that. Oh my God, Maria! If you had met me a couple years ago, you wouldn't even believe. You wouldn't even believe.
Oh, were you like a butterfly? You used to be a caterpillar. You went into your chrysalis and.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful butterfly. I love that. That's a great story.
Yeah, I was the type of person that I held my head down. I didn't make eye contact, even if we were talking. I was very monotone, no excitement in my voice, didn't smile, straight face all the time. I was in this constant self-doubt era. It's crazy. Everybody's
What do you
like,
think?
why don't you smile? I'm like, for what?
Because I don't like people.
I was really like, for what? What's the point?
Well, and I think a lot of people go through things. And so I think I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody earlier and we were talking about something. And, I started thinking about how common it is for people to think that they're the only people going through something.
Right.
That's a common feeling and a common thought that I think so many times we as humans don't reach out, don't say anything, don't, we just kind of stay in our own little world, our own little bubble, because we think that nobody would ever possibly understand because nobody's ever been through anything like that before.
Right.
And, as much as I love to say that we're all unique, and we are in a lot of ways, there's not enough unique things that go on that there's nobody that's ever experienced that before, that there's nobody that's never felt like that before.
Right.
And so, I think it's important. I know we talk about this, I feel like every show, but I don't care. That I think it's important to kind of really tap into who you are and be okay with that, because feeling like you're not okay with it, I think is what causes that, well, like you said, you're monotone. You're probably depressed, honestly.
I was.
So,
I didn't know who I was. And I was trying to fit in, and I didn't fit in anywhere. So I felt alone, and I had a couple of friends at the time, but it was like the feeling of like you're there with people, but you're still by yourself.
Oh, I understand that. I felt like that a lot.
Like everybody's like, hey, we're going to do this. And it's like, I hated making plans. Hated it because the things that I found joy in, they didn't. So I was just like, well, what's the point of this?
But that just means you need to have different, and that's another thing. It's okay to have different friends for different things.
Right.
Like, but have your friends that like to go.
Me at that time to meet new people? Yeah, okay.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, well, I mean, you've blossomed now. Right. You've blossomed. You're a butterfly.
Thank you. Jesus.
My butterfly needs, you know what? All butterflies deserve love. Don't judge me.
Yeah, like this one's wing is broken.
That's all right.
Like, wait.
It's really hard. Why is it so hard to flap both hands at the same time?
We spend too much time on the computer. We lost those muscles.
Maybe. It's really sad. I feel bad about myself.
Carpal tunnel.
Now I feel like I'm gonna stretch my hand. I'm gonna do some hand yoga.
Oh my God. Like when you like put your hands like this on the ground.
I actually need to do my yoga. That's why I've got my workout clothes on. It's because when we get done here, I'm going to do some yoga.
Oh, nice. I'm supposed to get on the bike, but I got to wait a little bit because I ate. I got to wait a little bit. See, that's my problem. I was supposed to work out early this morning. And I was like, Natasha, wake me up. Well, I didn't. Okay, granted, I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her to wake me up.
You just mentally in her mind.
Mentally in my mind.
Telepathically, you're like, Natasha. Yeah. Natasha will wake me up. It's fine.
Yeah,
But do you ever do that? Do you ever do the? Well, that's fine. I don't have telepathy? To worry about doing this. Well, kinda. You tell yourself that they know. Well, I don't need to do that because they're gonna do that. Or I don't need to really worry about my alarm because Natasha will make sure I'm up. Is that something that's a conscious thought?
Not all. No.
Okay.
It was only like today, really, because I. The other day she was just like, because when I got up early, I was feeling great. What was it? What day is today? Tuesday? Was it Sunday or Monday? I don't remember, but I had gotten up.
Yesterday was Monday.
It was Sunday. Boom. It was Sunday. And for some reason, I was up at 4. And I was like, I shouldn't be up right now. But hey, I'm up. And I was like, you know what? If you're up in an hour or so, get on the bike. And I was like, all right. So I was trying to like pre-write my blog or whatever. And I finished watching a show and I was like, man, I still got energy. Like, let me get on the bike. So my friend had sent me a workout. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do this workout. Man, I was going. I was like, yeah, I'm the only one up in the house. I'm just like, yeah, we're going in. I was like, I got to be quiet, but we're going in. Like, I was like celebrating. I had a great workout. And then I was like, all right, cool. I put the coffee on for her. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wake her up and I'm gonna be like, okay, breakfast is done.
Got my workout in.
Yeah, and then all I did was the coffee, and then she's like, I'll make breakfast. I was like, you sure? Okay. And then after I ate, I was like, oh my God, I can't function.
You were just tired?
I was so exhausted. And she's like, you can't, this is her words. You can't be doing that. Because what I didn't consciously realize is that the night before I was watching the UFC fights, I didn't go to bed until after 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I did not have enough sleep, but I woke up like ready. So I crashed. I was supposed to go do my other job later that day. I didn't go until late. My whole day was screwed up. I have to work out in the morning. I have to. That's my thing.
Well, and you have but it's okay to be flexible. I used to love to work out in the morning. I still try to do yoga in the morning, but I don't have the time to go do my full workouts because I have to get the kids up, get them ready, I just don't have time.
Right.
It just like that. It would be back to, like you just said, not getting enough sleep because I already get up at 4:30 or 5.
Right.
Just to do what I need to do. So I'd have to get up way earlier, which is not happening.
I'm still trying to understand how you do another show after this and still get up at 4.
Well, tomorrow I will be getting up at 5, possibly 5:30. Depends on what I get done when I get done here.
Oh,
so usually late. Wednesday morning. Yeah. So usually Wednesday morning, I will either get up at 5 or 5:30, just depending on if I have the stuff I need done all the way organized for the next morning. But I try to get that done, but it just depends on how wiped I am when I get out of here, because I am not a night person by any stretch. I am a morning person. Now, if I had it like me too. If I had it my perfect way, I would probably get up 6. 6 is like the perfect time, but I can do 5. All right.
Yeah.
4:30, it starts to get like, and 4's, I used to, back in the day, I used to have to get up to 3. 3 sucks.
3 is rough.
Yeah.
3 is, let me tell you, I used to get up when I worked my previous job. I used to get up at 3 to just like catch up on stuff, because I tend to, certain things I got to do, I want to put a lot of time in it. And I didn't have that time working the regular schedule. They're like, we're not giving you time. Literally, they're like, we're not giving you time to do that. I'm like, okay, do you want it done right? Or
yeah. Don't you love that?
Oh, Maria, we could talk for days on that. It was so ridiculous. But anyway, that's why I would get up at 3, because I wanted to get that stuff done and work out and get there an hour early to do whatever else to make sure all my ducks were in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I put myself under so much pressure.
I think a lot of people do. I had a interview earlier with Denise Eckert. She's a great person for you to talk to with your news show.
She is awesome. When I read about her.
Yeah. I think you need to have her on your new show.
Price on Purpose?
Price on Purpose. I think that would be good, because she talks about, just going from burnout to balance. And, I've had to go from that point, but I had to go the long route. I actually hit rock bottom and then clawed my way out of burnout. And it's kind of one of those things that you always have your kind of natural flow. Right. I'm one of those people that I tend to overload myself, and I don't realize I'm overloading myself until it's starting to go the other way. And then, so I've had to kind of put fail safes in place for myself, and I can usually tell if I am, good example. If I'm waking up in the morning and I'm exhausted, that's not a good thing. I usually feel great when I wake up in the morning. Feel good. I'm a morning person. So as I go to bed when I'm supposed to, and, I feel good. Now, if I start waking up and I'm not feeling good, that's like warning number 1 that I'm doing too much. Like, I know my little warning signs now, but, being in a place of burnout is not the way to be. And I love, Denise has got a workshop coming up, actually, that, she's, can't remember what she called it, stress something, but pretty much going from the burnout place to a place of balance. And she's giving you kind of these bite-sized pieces to take on, because that's the thing, especially, if you're somebody that's living in a state of burnout, in a state of just like overload and stress, you don't need one more like giant to-do list of things to do. So, it has to be those tiny little changes. And, I strongly suggest that, people that are feeling like super overloaded and super burnout, like look into that workshop, because like I said, that's the way to go. Burning out and dragging yourself up from a place of burnout is so much worse.
I think you made a great point there of what first of all, I like the term that you use, fail safe. I think that's amazing. I think we all need our own, because everybody has a different way of what their signal is when it's like, okay, you're doing way too much, you need to stop. Like, everybody is different. And I think that since you already have one in place, I think that's mine too, because I do love mornings. I used to get up early, go for a jog, go for a run, go to the park, like before everybody else. Like, something about getting up before everybody else, so to speak, feels good to me.
Yeah, that's me too.
And you know what the funny thing is? I think even for some, that might be their fail-safe, feeling tired in the morning, and they don't even realize that that's what it is, because they think that they should feel tired in the morning.
But you shouldn't if you're going to sleep on time, because I did hear you say earlier you didn't go to bed till 12 or 1. You've got to have a certain amount of sleep. And I know for me, the older... 6. Well, and that's the thing. 6 to 7, I do okay. But I used to be fine. Like, I used to function fine, quote unquote, on 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
But it affected my health, and I didn't even realize it was affecting my health. And, it's one of those things that, I look back now, I was literally living off my youth, but I, wasn't sleeping enough. I was over exercising at that point, because that's when I was working for the, the gym, and I was exercising with all my clients. So, 8 to 12 hours a day, depending on how many clients I had that day. I was exercising the entire time, and it's just like,
that's a lot.
It's a lot. And then add on all my kids that I've, been pregnant and nursed, and it's just like I abused my body. And, it's one of those things that I tell people now, I take good care of myself. I exercise, I eat healthy, but I've had to get to a point now that my exercise looks different than it used to. I don't do high impact anymore. But bye, Beth. Good night.
Thanks for joining us, Beth.
There you go. You need to go home and get some rest. It's good for you. It's good for you. But yeah, so anyway, like, I've had to get to a point that, I have to almost hold myself back, because I am an adrenaline junkie. I love to do just more and more and more and more, even when it comes to exercise. But, I ended up, even before I had my burnout that I talk about in my podcast all the time, I had, when I had my 6th child, back in 2012, I just didn't feel good after him. And I thought it was, I had 5 kids at the time before I had him, just had my 6th. I was exhausted because, Cade was autistic and he wasn't sleeping at night. So I was just tired. I thought it was just me not getting enough rest. I just had a baby. I was explaining all these things away. And it wasn't until he was like, I don't know, he was probably 7 or 8 months old, that I realized there's something else going on. And I had some, I had some panels run, and my hormones were tanked. They were completely tanked. And I was able to not have to go on meds because, I do nutrition. I know those kind of things. I was able to tell my doctor, give me 30 days. Let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can get myself out of it. But that took me having to make sleep a priority. That took me having to do low impact exercise, because what a lot of people don't realize is stress is stress. Your body doesn't know the difference when it's in that chronic, fatigue stage. It doesn't know the difference between sleep rest and exercise rest. Like, where you need to exercise, but it doesn't know that difference. So, that was super hard. That was hard for me to get used to having to do things like that. But, it ended up being something that was, for the best for me. And I think, one of the big things to kind of realize from that is, you need to listen to your body. You need to listen to your body. You need to listen to, what's going on, because it could be something so simple as, waking up tired one morning when you usually don't, it's not a warning sign. But if you're doing it chronically all the time and you're getting enough sleep, you know, I would ask myself what else is going on, because there are some people that sleep enough, but they're also burning the candle at both ends at work, and, you know, they're under a lot of stress in the relationship, and, you know, they're over exercising, they're not getting enough nutrients. I mean, our bodies are amazing, but they also require specific things. And, you know, if there's like this perfect storm of stressors going on in our system, you know, that's what starts to lead to all kinds of health issues. And I'm a perfect example of that. You know, I have to watch now, even though my hormones are under check. I have an autoimmune disorder now, and guaranteed giving it to myself. I gave it to myself. So I I run my own panels on myself on a monthly basis so I can watch what's going on.
I got to run a panel.
Yeah, you got to run a panel?
I need to run a panel. I'll talk to you about that later.
You should. Yeah, I'll give you the info to do it. But I mean, the point is like, it's okay to have the times where you do less. Because I mean, I know a lot of times we talk about that goal, that next goal, that this, that's that. Yeah. But it's also okay to do less. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but it needs to be a balance. And I think, you know, as long as you're you know, making your goals and they're within actually what you want to do, and you're listening to your body, I think those are all good things. You know, I think if you want that goal of getting up and doing your exercise, maybe you start compromising with yourself and, you know, give yourself a bedtime, unless it's a special occasion. Give yourself a bedtime. I had to do that. I gave myself a bedtime. I gave myself a bedtime. I'm not ashamed. Are you being, Natasha says she needs a panel too. We'll talk about it. But you got to give yourself, she's on here because she's like, it's 7:59. I'm on here to make sure that you're on.
I'm watching you.
I know. You're still talking. She's going to be texting. It's 8:01 p.m. I'm watching. So, no. I mean, seriously, though, there has to be a balance just like everything else. And I know that was one of the things that we had talked about, you know, even with the idea of scheduling, but you want to be able to be spontaneous. It has to be that balance. And if you have a certain amount of things that you have to do, you have to be able to have that schedule to allow the freedom. She's on here, so now you're like, dang it. To be able to have the freedom to do the things you want to do. Stacy's like, and that's all for today. We will see you next time.
I don't know if I'm turning red, but that's what's. I feel.
Why do you always say you can't turn red? I feel like we need to have a discussion about that too.
No, I can. It's just it may be a little harder to see.
It's not.
Oh man.
I realize it probably makes you feel better that you think that's invisible, but it's not.
No, I was laughing at your previous comment because I'm like 12, so
it's okay.
You're like, you can stay up late unless it's a special occasion.
Well, I mean, you know, fill in the blanks on that.
That's why I was laughing, and then all of a sudden I saw her comment, so then I started to.
You can, I mean, special occasions are special occasions.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm grounded.
We're mature now. We're mature.
Yeah, I am mature. It's done.
So, I don't know. So, yeah, I do suggest that you reach out to Denise and have her on your show.
Absolutely.
I think that's an important topic. I really do. I think it's such an important topic.
So important. It's when I read her website, I was like, wow. I know what that feels like. And I think I have moments of, you know, I know what my burnout moment is and what I was going through, but that's why I was saying to you today that I have to get this schedule done because I'm all over the place. I am all over the place. And then the days I have that, I'm like, scratch that. I can't. I got to do this. And not to say that being spontaneous and stuff is not okay. Like, you got to have a little wiggle room. But certain things, it's like, all right, Stace, like, what is your power morning? Like, what is that morning that you need to create where you're going to be able to work at a good level of energy?
But you have to give yourself what you need that day before, that night before, to make sure that next day is successful. Because that's the thing, it's a domino effect. Because you think about it, if you work all day long and maybe, let's say hypothetically that you were so busy you didn't eat enough that day, you didn't drink enough water, you stayed up late that night, and then you have your whole schedule laid out the next day, that's probably going to not be a good thing. You have to be able to pre-plan. So, I mean, I like a schedule, but I like a little bit of flexibility in the schedule because I feel trapped by a rigid schedule.
Right.
But, I think that you would probably benefit from that as well. Just kind of like a little bit more of a flex. I like to pick like bullet points. Like here's 3 things that I know I have to get done today. Now, of course, I have my appointments with clients or like our shows that we'll do at a specific time. But outside of appointments, if it's something I'm scheduling and I need to get done, I give it like my top 3. Like if I get nothing else done today, I'm gonna get these 3 things done. But then you'll have the days where like things fall apart, or maybe like, let's say I hypothetically have a sick kid. Well, 3 is probably not going to happen. And then I have to switch it to, all right, well, if I just get this done, then I'm going to call this a win today because I'm having to do all the other things. So, you have to be flexible with yourself, but you have to prepare.
That's the key. That's the key, baby. Because let me tell you, sometimes it's like that word that I can't stand, but it's so necessary. Pivot. My goodness gracious. I
thought you were going to say flexibility. I thought that was.
Baby, my ankle back hurts all the time. All the time.
All right. So we're back now, maybe.
How do we conclude?
I don't even know how to conclude from this. I'm just going to say next week. Next week. I don't know. Maybe I can. Maybe I can conclude.
We can
conclude. We can conclude again. We can do this. I got this. All right. So, yeah, if you are wanting to set yourself a goal, if you are wanting to make it to where, like Stacey said, have a power morning, and you need to start preparing for that the day before, the week before, even a month before, because it's a buildup. It is that domino effect, and if you know your personality, you need a little bit of flexibility. No jokey intended at this moment. I'll save that for later. Ooh. Then you need to make sure that you're flexible enough to change as things. And I think that's the best way to do it anyway. It is, because life happens, right?
It does.
And life happens. So that's all I got. That's all I got. You got anything?
Do
you have anything
of value?
Of value, yeah. Value.
Yeah, being spontaneous is, I think it's so funny. Did we even talk about comfort zones? Did we?
We mentioned it. We did mention it.
We did. Yeah. So being spontaneous it's a moment to like be yourself in another level. Like it's a moment to kind of let go a little bit and go with the flow and not feel constrained or what's the word? Constraint.
Yeah, constraint. Those are both words.
Constrained is a word. Is that appropriate? Okay. Yeah. You don't feel constrained. It sounds so constrained. I don't know. Maybe
constricted.
It's constrained. You didn't feel very constricted into like doing things that you have to do. But definitely find the things to create your power morning or your power evening, because I know some people work some interesting schedules. Yeah. So you know what? Don't cut the corners. Those things are so necessary. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to embrace, because I'm just like, Jesus.
And fuel your body.
Yeah, that's the major key. And drink some kombucha, because it's awesome.
Drink some kombucha. It's good for you. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
no, I like it. And to me, spontaneity means experiencing life. So, but like we talked about earlier, is that you have to have the things that you have to do, but then you want the time to just really absorb it and experience it. So I love it. I think it's good.
It sounds good to me, baby.
Sounds good to me. We good. So next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Spontaneity will be live again with Stacey and Maria. And until next time, I'm just wavy. I'm not doing that.
Bye guys.